money is actually just a concept. To me, money is a concept. It is nothing.
It's like a tool.
Okay, it's true that we must have money, but it's a more than that thing, money, right? It's a concept. It's a concept of exchange.
Okay.
So with money, right, we can exchange to the things that we want.
Right.
So money, why do I say concept? Because whether it is a tool or is it a weapon is really in our own minds. Welcome to this episode of Clean Your Toilet podcast. I am Brillyn and I am the manager of Hock Siong and Company. We are a second-hand store in Singapore. And Kat, and here with me we have Kat. Kat, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Kat Aziz. I'm the founder of Kaifia. So we are a retail fashion brand that sells oversized fashion. Yeah, I'm so happy to be here to see you. I'm so excited.
And today's our topic is about money and passion. So Kat, would you like to share with me what is your passion about?
Okay. When people always ask me about passion, right? It always will bring me back to my understanding about passion when I was younger. Yeah, I don't know whether you maybe you will feel that way about passion, but for me, passion must be something that I find joy in doing. Like example today, like waking up very early to ensure that I want to to share about the journey. So that to me is part of a passion because it must bring joy to what I do, and and I wouldn't even feel like I'm working at all.
And you are saying like joy in passion, but sometimes it's not always we encounter like joy, right? Do you think that there is something that makes you overcome the challenges when you are doing your passion, like be it a passion project, a passion hobby, or like a business you are highly, like very truly passionate about?
Yeah, of course. I think when I was younger, that's why I keep on saying about young. I always say I will always bring back to where I was, my understanding of passion when I was younger, right? Because I always feel like whatever I was doing, because back then I was a nurse, I wasn't an entrepreneur. So I really feel like I'm being forced to do something that I do not like. So I always feel like, why does earning money have to be very... that feeling of like, like I have to wake up in the morning. Like, nursing, we start work at 7 in the morning, right? So that feeling of waking up in the morning is very critical for me lah. Because technically, I always go out in the middle. I go out late and come home late, right? So it's like, how do I find joy in doing what I do? Then suddenly it will be like, oh, you cannot stop this because you have to work. You have to pay your bills. You have to, you need money lah in a way, right? So that will always make me question like how to work without having that feeling of like, I have to wake up and then like complaining, and then suddenly I bit of headache. I will say, I think I want to take MC today lah. That kind of thing. So to me, passion always have to be something that will make me spring out of bed and no questions about it, and I'm excited about it. So to me, like that.
So sorry. Okay, so do you know of your passion at a very early age, or it's only until like after you have started working, then you realize that I am passionate about like fashion, I'm passionate about design?
I was not aware that was a passion. Only I realized if I'm able to do that thing without even thinking about the money.
Oh, yeah. So you feel you see that is really true passion.
Yeah.
That you are really willing to sacrifice for.
Like, how come like I can really like from morning till night, and then I can start again tomorrow, and then I don't even bother about my weekends, my family time whatsoever. It's no longer about that anymore. Like if I start to be calculative, right? Then I talk about, I like work-life balance. This is a bit too much. This is toxic, blah blah blah. And then I start to like, I don't think I enjoy this. This is the way that I see things. So I don't know whether that's a weird. I don't know if you have met someone like me lah. Like, but for me, I don't know whether it's biased because people say as an entrepreneur, I don't think about my Monday to Sunday anymore. Not true, because as an entrepreneur, it's very important.
Yes,
right?
Yes. As an entrepreneur, like there is no official like off days. It's always like we have to be in a constant lookout for things that happen at work, be it like, in the weekends or in holidays, right? So
yeah,
I totally get why you are.
But you still don't like yeah, you feel like, ayo, yeah, big shit lah, like why, huh? But you still feel joy. Not say that joy, like things happen not accordingly, right, at work, but at least you know that I will not think of something else that I would do. I still find passion in, like when I see clothes, when the end product, yeah, the choosing of the materials and ensuring the design is as per. But when the moment the whatever that I envision, it is, become real, right? And then I saw how my customers became very happy, blah, blah, and all that. Then I'll be like, wow, that is
satisfaction.
Yeah.
That the sacrifice is like, worth it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's worth it. And then to me, passion has to be really, once I start questioning about why am I doing this, then I will quickly ask myself, like, is there something there that you are, you're stuck, but you want to get out of it, but you're not sure. But must whatever I do, it must bring joy. So I will put passion and joy. I don't know whether it's two different thing or.
To me, yes. To me, passion, definitely there must be an element of joy and a high element of joy, because if not, why we will do it, right?
Yeah.
Too suffering, why do things that we are not happy? But then I find that with everything, there is definitely some kind of challenges. Like sometimes the more things that we find joyful, the more challenging it will be. Like sometimes we are too attached with our own thinking or too attached to our passion. Sometimes it's really like hard for us to let it go.
Yes.
And passion, yes, joy, also I think also an element, a big element. And passion, it has the element that we have that makes us want to strive to overcome all the challenges.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is passion.
Okay, so I mean, I'm always curious, like for me, that's my interpretation of passion, right? So, but I'm always curious about other people's version of passion. So what do you think?
So my passion, a lot of people, okay, so I mainly spend my time at work. So a lot of people think that my passion, right, is, Hock Siong is work, which is true. But then I do have some other side passions that fuels me to become who I am work. So I'm also passionate about Buddhism, study of Buddhism, and also meditation. And these are like really, because sometimes work can be very tiring, can be very stressful. And these are the side passions I will call that fuels me. And Hock Siong is definitely the first passion because it's like bread and butter. And I'm also interested in design and in also furniture, in interiors.
What made you want to, is it because of it's a you grew up in the environment or you feel that?
To be honest, yes, because since young, right, I've been helping my father in we used to be a karang-guni, like my father would go to places to go and, collect old newspaper, consolidate them, and then we will sell them to developing countries, the market in developing countries. And from a very young age, like 6, 7, I will follow my father. He will drive a lorry. In the past, there used to be like in the neighborhood, they have this like big basket where people throw like all the newspaper, all the used clothing there. And I'll follow him to go and collect. And got this incident that really imprinted in my mind for since I'm 6 till now, that someone threw like a packet of mixed vegetable rice that he didn't want to finish into that. And I find that, why my father must do, such
like a dirty,
like a scavenger, like not just a scavenger, but really like it's nothing that wrong, but then why he must go and clear the waste like that? So I'm deeply curious. There's nothing right or wrong, but I'm deeply curious. And since then, I decided that he is doing the business himself, and I had the aspiration to help him when I grew up. And that is why I'm here. And I'm also the eldest at home. So we are a traditional Chinese family. My father is Chinese educated. He didn't know how to write all those quotation in English. And because we eventually went to buy hotel items, we need to tender in like official quotation. That's when I started to try to help a little, and eventually, the rest is history lah.
Amazing, because I love to look at your account and then see if there's anything that I can get.
Yeah, so nowadays I'm doing more on procurement. Well, I say Hock Siong is my passion, right? But procurement part is more like a more strict and how would I say, like a more formal, more boring side of the business. So sometimes I do struggle a lot. Like I have to conform with the systems. I have to conform with the the deadlines, all those
boring things.
all those really the
Sorry,
boring,
I have to say boring things because to me it's boring.
yes, boring things like you have to assess, you have to go through criterias, and you have to calculate, and you have to the finances and all the ops part. So but I was very lucky to have my sister. She's a very different person from me. She's highly organized, and she's organized, and not only that, she's really systematic and very logical. For me, right, I am like, I will brainstorm, I will daydream, I will think of like what we can do for social media. But she's very highly organized. She helped me with the not so nice.
So she's the OC. She's the, I don't know whether you know about the DISC personality.
DISC, no, I'm not aware of that.
So it's like she's more of like, she needs to be OCD, like it must be proper.
Yes.
And all that. So I wanted to ask you that when you were saying about sister, because then I want to say, oh, the same, because I also have my sister who runs operation for me. But okay, I'm just curious, like when you said about the passion part, and then not passion because you want to help your father, right? But is it like your dad make all of you work for his company, or what? Or you guys like decided like, you know what, I think we see passion in this, and we don't mind seeing this in the long run. Doing this for the,
I think it's more of okay. So we were very lucky. When growing up, right, my parents, they do not impose their own thinking on us. So as long as we are like good kids and we don't give them trouble, right, even we do not ace or excel well in studies, right, they are okay. So that was the direction of my parents lah. So coming to work to Hock Siong was really my own choice to help him.
Your own choice.
And my sister used not to be working with us. It's only after COVID she used to work as a production. Those production, they have art department, and she will set up the props and all that. So she used to work as that. And after COVID, there is like a time where she doesn't have work. She's a freelancer, and she started helping us. So it has been, I think, 5-6 years since then. And now she's full-time with us, and also a key
But she's the one
management.
who say that she wants to be in it. Like, was it like really by force?
Yeah, so sometimes I do feel a bit bad because I feel that, like we are all singles.
Okay.
Sometimes we have also no life, right? Like I find that sometimes like dragging them, like, is it like, are you working here because we took out a lot of your time, then you don't have time to go out and mingle?
Me feel bad for my brother-in-law. My sister is married, so it's like, oh my god, okay, at least you guys are single.
So sometimes I do feel bad. Then one day I got asked her, actually, I feel bad. You're sure you want to do this for like long? They say, don't feel bad. This is our own choice. So when they said that, right, I feel so touched. I really feel very touched about it. And so it's really us coming together with a common goal.
But of course you sure fight one lah. Will be days that you will have.
We fight, you really feel cry, like we shout, we scream.
Yeah, you really feel. You always say the nice things on it, but people you won't say the gory things.
As I say, we are very different people, right? There is definitely with conflicts. Like even, sorry, I'm not crying, but I'm a bit 激动.
Is that okay?
Yes. A bit. Yes. So we will definitely have this agreement. This agreement is always bound to happen. Is how we resolve the disagreement. I feel that is very important. Like, how do you resolve disagreement when you have?
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, I always feel like you feel bad for a sister. For me, my sister, she's my elder sister. So to take instruction from a younger sister, can you imagine, right? Like you are
I'm the eldest. Your elder sister must really love you. To be honest, you are so lucky. To be honest, yes, I really love my sister. To want to do this for her.
Yeah, and like for me initially, I was like, okay, for me, I'm the kind I have trust issues. So if I want to do something, it must be my sister who do it with me, because she was always the one, like whenever I have an idea, right, she'll be like, yeah, you should do it. So I just need that one person to say I can do it. Then I will surely go and chiong one lah. So she's that one. She's that one person which is very important. But then she's also doesn't have any experience in business. She was working in a publishing company, totally out of the retail fashion. And I'm very flamboyant, very, like if I want to do it now, today is today I can do. For her, she's the, hold on, why do we have to do now? And then she's the follower type. Because maybe now, when you said love, right? I always believe like she doesn't, like I don't know why if in cartoon character, Pinky and the Brain. Yeah, it's like sometimes we joke about it when we have too much of whatever pressure in the business, right? We try to make something very nonsensical. But anyway, the recent one, like you say Pinky and the Brain, and we laugh so hard because it's so true. Brain is the one that always want to like, I want to change the world, like, suddenly, right? Yes, and then Pinky is the one like, okay, like, but end up they will always abort the, the plans will always be aborted lah, but the two of them will always be together. So that is the joy that.
So it is something like you are so different, but you guys are different, opposite attracts.
Yeah, like we are totally from two different, like even though we are same parents, right? I don't know. Okay, I'm curious about this from you.
Yes.
Like we grow up with the same parenting. We see the same thing, right?
Correct.
I'm sure your sister also see. But how come we can become two or different individual?
To me, I think because I'm a Buddhist, I believe in karma. So our own different people have different karma, even though we are manufactured from the same factory. So to me, everyone, even if you are a twin, you can be radically different. Yeah. So that is also the beauty about it, differences in people, so that we are not always good at the same thing. We can be, good at different things. We can complement each other and we can achieve greater things. That is where me and my sisters come from. So I am a highly unorganized person. My two sisters, they are highly organized. One is highly organized in operations. One is very meticulous and very attentive to things like numbers. These are things that I'm really bad at. But then running a business, right, coming to money, it still boils down to all these systems, all these dollars and cents. You need people who are very good. It's like a tongue, it's like our mouth. We have a tongue that is like soft, and it can go a lot of way. But you also have things like teeth, which is like hard for you to bite and chew. It's really complementing. To me, there's no right or wrong. So it's making things how to make things work together to achieve a greater, objective and achieve a greater goal. Right now, right? So since you are at the money part, right? So what does money represent to you?
When she see money, when I hear money already, I'm like, wow, like money to me is to be honest, money is everything for me. When I was younger, it's like I grew up. My parents always tell me like, we are not from rich family. We don't even think about it. Don't even dream about it. Money will never be something that we will have a lot lah. It's just enough for us to survive. And I always feel like, out of respect to the elderly, right, I always feel like I don't want to question them on like why my friends can have more school money and I only have this. Like I always question because I always like to talk about when I was younger, because that is how I mold myself to what I would like to achieve now, right? Because I wanted to break the chain from before So I was like, how I grew up, like money is always tough in the family. Like money is like difficult. It's not something that we should even like question. It's something very difficult. It's very stressful.
Well, do you grow up in like very a very trying, like let's say like very hard, like the family do not have enough for the kids, or like were your family struggling when you were growing up?
I must consider myself as my father is a sole breadwinner, and then he wasn't working he doesn't have a high paying job lah, so it was really decent enough to survive. So, but I always grew up looking at my parents arguing about money. So that's why to me, I hate money. Because of money, my parents will fight. Yeah. So, but when I hate money, but at the same time, I know that I want money because when I saw my friends in school, they always have extra money to, go out and buy something from themselves lah. So I always question like money. But it's very interesting that I struggle with money first in the early years of my life, till the point that I understood that why I need money. Then I realized that that's where my business actually started to see results. Because it's a struggle, I feel. I don't know. For you, maybe is it you saw that?
For me, money is actually just a concept. To me, money is a concept. It is nothing.
It's like a tool.
Okay, it's true that we must have money, but it's a more than that thing. Money, right? It's a concept. It's a concept of exchange.
Okay.
So with money, right, we can exchange to the things that we want.
Right.
So money. Why do I say concept? Because whether it is a tool or is it a weapon is really in our own minds. Because sometimes we have a lot of money, but people fight over money. That is a weapon. But money is important. Yes, very important. It can let us, help people.
Yes.
Some people who are very needy, we need money, to buy food. We need to have money for our daily, necessities. Yes. So I think the relationship of money, so growing up, right, my family wasn't very well-do. In fact, my father, in order to do his business, he has went over to have a huge debt. So growing up, we are struggling to pay. Everyone, we go towards the same goal. We want to, make the business work so that we can pay off our debt and we can have like a stress-free, more stress-free life. And to be honest, even after when I joined the business, right, the debt wasn't cleared. It was only after my sisters joined the business, then we eventually got control, like more tighter control on our finances, that we managed to really clear off our debts.
Wow.
So, sorry. So that was my relationship with money. It is a weapon and a tool, both at the same time, depending how we see it. And
but do you see when you were growing up, do you not see that when you saw the struggles of your father paying debt, right? Like, do you see you hate it as a? Because I'm just thinking will my children see that? Because now technically I'm the one who is the one starting the business, so my children will be the one who will be seeing how life is while my mother is hustling. So I want to know that.
To me, we grow up. Okay, so to me, my parents wasn't very well-do, but they tried their best, right, to fulfill us, really in the things that we need and even over and beyond. So right now, if I have a kid, right, if I were to have a kid, and how I bring them up is that I will inculcate the attitude when young for them on the attitude on money.
Okay.
Like this money can be a weapon or a tool. And also I will teach them really how to live with less. Because sometimes I feel that nowadays in Singapore context, in our society, we are actually very blessed. We have a lot of things that is already given, like, shelters. We have very good public transport systems. We have all these even as a Singaporean, we have the SG60 voucher. We have money in sort of our pockets, right? So I think, so this is what I will teach my children.
Very interesting. I like that part. It's to teach them how to live life less, because the perception of children whom their family is business and all that, meaning they can be lavish all the time, and maybe they might not learn how to struggle with money. I don't know. I mean, I'm very curious in this question about money, because I grew up with struggling with money. I hated money, but I know that I want money because I feel that money is powerful. I can
exchange with things that make you happy.
Right, but at the point of time, I became that love-hate relationship, like I said, I really want this money, then, and but then it kept running away from me because the more I want it, the more I feel like I'm...
So how has your money belief changed over time? Do you change your belief
Yeah, for me, like I came to a point where it's either I want to have money or I struggle with money. I am like struggling, right? Like sometimes I'm so good at being comfortable at not being comfortable. Like, the feeling of like, it's not okay actually, but I like, but it's okay lah. That kind of, I don't know. Does it relate to you or not?
To be honest, right? I think it is okay not to be okay, because this is a question that I sometimes do think. What will you define successful?
Yes.
Like people often in our society will think that you are rich, you are successful.
Yes, correct.
So what do you define as successful? To me, right, success is having an ease of mind.
Yep.
Like even if you are rich, but you are wealthy, but you do not have an ease of mind, a peace of mind, to me, that is not successful. So...
Yeah, because I resonate to that back then. Like I really feel like how I hated money because it makes me struggle. I see my parents fight and everything. So when I see money, right, I didn't understand like, oh, that is, when you said now I can totally relate to you. Yeah, peace of mind. Like even if we have a lot of money, but we cannot sleep at night, or maybe we are, blah, blah. But this one, right, if any audience, I don't know whether I can say about this, but like any audiences, if they were to hear, right, like who were in my spot back then, they'll say, yeah lah, you can say like, now you got money, right? Last time, and now what about me? Like maybe they are, right now they are facing with financial issue, maybe they have like really like they cannot have a way out, right? So they will always resent people who have portrayed that they have monies.
Yes.
Because I really, at one point of time, I feel like that is the only way to have money. So that's why I'm like, okay, you know what? I want to go that direction. But after then I realized the relationship with money is also, it's just like relationship with, like for me, you say exchange, right? For me, it's relationship. Because I'm the kind, right? If people don't want me, I cannot have rejection, So it's like, if I don't have money, I'll make sure I'll do anything to ensure that I have it. But to the point when I have it already, then I realize like
that law.
Like that only, like,
yeah.
Like,
yes.
Why my parents fight about this like so bad until like I really hate money. But actually money is very good. Actually it's like some people say like money is evil, the root of evil. Right? But to me, it's like, that's why to me the circle, like now speaking to you, right? Like I really can feel your energy that you are, and I really want to know more. Like how like because you grew up with like your father.
Like my relationship with money, to me, just now I said money is a concept. Of course, as a necessity lah. If not, we cannot buy the things that we want, to drink the coffee we want, right? So nowadays I have become more prudent. I become more stingy to myself.
No, it's true. I think I'm going towards that route actually.
Yeah, so nowadays that I'm single, so recently I bought my own resale HDB, and that is like the first biggest purchase in my entire life, right? And to support it myself and to do all that myself. And after spending that kind of money, not that it's a lot of money, not like that some people at my age, they do spend much more money, right? I find that, I am more stingy. I just want to save and spend on things that give me a great experience, like a holiday.
What?
So I used to like to drink those, cafe coffee that will cost like $7 a cup. And when I was saving up for my house, I didn't have any much savings. And what I did was, I feel a bit embarrassed to share this.
But interesting, interesting.
What I did was to try to save up, because my sister is good at money, I remember. What I did was, right, I gave her my whole salary. That's really what I did. And then she gave
save up.
Yes, and she gave me pocket money to spend. So I had a really bad relationship with money. I cannot control, I either like go all out or I do nothing.
So there's two ends lah. You at extreme ends.
Yes. So, right, I gave her my salary for the few years and then she gave me pocket money to spend. So that was when, right, I start to realize that my relationship with money was not good. Like the way I handle money was not good.
And why would you think?
And why I handle this? Because I always had that habit that I am in business. I can earn this money back. I can afford. Yes, I can afford that $7 cup of coffee. But in the long run, right? It's like I don't have savings. I don't have things for rainy days, which is really, important now because I'm single and I have to like depend on myself for things. I try not to depend on people. So
do you choose to be single, or do you think it's better for you in business or something like that?
To be honest, recently we had like recently there's a song that Where is My Husband, or Where the Hell is My Husband, that song by Ray, and we did a reel about it. So the song goes like, where's my husband, like where the hell are you, or something. And so me, I have two sisters, so three of us, we are single. Sometimes, right, there's like customers who will come to the store and tell my father, they call him Mr. Toh. Mr. Toh, why your daughter still single? Why you keep them in the shop? And they are still single. But to be honest, I feel sometimes it's also, not say sometimes, I think my own belief is that it's fate. It's fate.
I love you already.
It's fate. It's like we have this saying in Chinese lah. It's called 有缘千里来相会啊，无缘对面都不认识. So it means that if we are fated, we will be destined to meet, like even though 1,000 miles away. If we are not fated, right, even you are my neighbor, I will not know you. So this is the saying. Yeah, so I think this is also fate, but also partly I'm lazy. Sometimes, as a business owner, you can be so tired after, having that long day at work,
Imagine having a partner where you're going to fit them into your schedule.
It's not that. Sometimes we don't have the brain space.
Okay.
Like we have to handle the suppliers, handle your customers, handle the DMs, handle all the messages. Then where's the brain space for them?
But do you think will you, like, probably in 20 years down the road, you look back, you will regret or not? Let's say why you actually sacrificed this part of your life for business.
I sometimes don't think it's a sacrifice lah, because I always believe, right, like, I don't really believe in regrets. Like, I always believe, right, now what we do, right, is the best choice already. Like, for example, right now I can say I'm lazy to go and find a partner. But to me, right now, to have that free time and then, enjoy myself, like really slack at home, it's really the joy for that moment. It's only like maybe 20 years after looking at, I shouldn't have slacked. But at that time of like now, present moment, I do find joy, like slacking, having my own time at home. Yes. So really, I think sometimes we do have to see in a bigger picture of the consequences lah. So that is something I'm also still trying and learning. So Kat, what does your journey with passion and money reveal your growth as a person?
Yeah, interesting question, because I only reflect about it like just recently, because I then know like what was the turning point in my life that I realized that this is it. Nothing is going to stop me to earn my money, right? Is when I really break the chain. I really, just tell myself that there's actually just a huge wall in front of me that I should just break free from that. It's this invisible wall that I created for myself. So after I just like, you know what? It doesn't involve the past, doesn't have to involve the past. It doesn't have to, I keep on reflecting whatever that was happening to me back then. It's more of like, what would I want to do now? So when I did that, instead of people telling me like, in 5 years, you can be financially, you can make your sales, right? You can make your breakthrough. I just tell myself, why 5 years if it's not 5 months? So I made my first million in 6 months after that kind of shift. Yeah. And it was during COVID. People call me a COVID business whatsoever. No, I don't think I am a COVID business. I really feel that because I break free from that mindset that I actually brought along with myself.
Wow. So I think you did great.
Yeah, I think I did great. Yeah.
You did. It's so awesome.
Yeah, and people always tell me like fashion is not gonna, there's no future and all that. Coming from that kind of environment, I totally understand that when people, especially your loved ones, that's why I would like to know, maybe is it because you're second gen, so you see your the environment where you grew up from is like your father showed you how to earn money, right?
I think you are very admirable because you are self-made. I think that is really very admirable. Second gen, so my father did have some groundwork for us. So it wasn't that difficult. And to be honest, right? Everything, even if there's really something bad, that really bad happens, I have my dad to fall back on, right? Like we used to have a fire in our warehouse.
Oh.
So that wasn't like myself alone to handle it. My father was there with me. And so I have huge admiration to like, self-made, like business owners like yourself, which I think it's definitely not easy because you have to face customer, yes, face suppliers, yes, challenges, yes, money issue, yes. But the most important thing is that you have to face your own mental barriers.
Yes.
It's like that, that not so nice monster inside your inside your mind, like self-doubt.
Yep.
All that things. And
that's why I
can understand. Sometimes I do, now that I'm taking over the business, my father is taking a step back, right? I do also have fallen into like sometimes like the self-doubt. Am I doing this thing right?
Yep.
Am I making the wrong decision? Because if we make one wrong decision, like it will impact others. It's not just ourselves anymore. So what do you do? Tell me about your secret. What do you do from 0 to 1 million in 6 months?
I think it's definitely the mindset shift and the desire to really want it and just laser focus on that. So meaning I'm very clear now that it's money that I want. It's no longer about, back then I will start to like, oh, you know what, money, oh, I don't come from this family. I keep on telling that to myself instead of like telling myself, actually, what do you want? I keep questioning myself, like, what do you want? Like, and then I will just like, yeah, I want money, but, we always like to use this but, right? But the moment when I realized like, but of course, the realization comes from a lot of pain. I'm not going to say that somebody going to say the same thing as me today and say, okay, today I want money. Then suddenly, poof, come, right? No, it's really from a lot of pain. Just like going to the gym, actually. So, to be honest, I feel like the consistency.
Showing up for your passion.
Yeah, but of course, with passion, to me. Because if not, you are forcing yourself to earn money from things that you don't believe in and you hate. That's also going to be a struggle lah. I don't know. But not I say.
Now that you say about this, right? I find that you are a very highly passionate person. And you are practical. Because some people can be passionate, but they are not like practical, like I'm passionate, then I spend all my money doing all the things I'm passionate, but it doesn't bring back. You are very clear that this passion is going to generate income.
Initially, I was like that. I was a people pleaser initially.
So actually, you are doing your passion. Money came as a byproduct.
Initially, it was, of course, because I'm just thinking about audiences who will be thinking like, do passion, I'm just going to drop my work, quit my job today and then focus on my passion and then the money come, right? It's not that easy as well because it has to have other things that you have to prepare first before you need to break, to take the, what's that called? The leap of faith, to me, that was because I did try a lot of times within the first 7 years of the business, right? I still couldn't figure out about the how to earn the money.
But that was passion. That was true. That was really sheer passion, right? That drives through. Passion, because it's money itself. If like, I'm sure that these seven years that you were growing your business, right?
Definitely driven by passion.
It is not always profitable. There must be some months that the sales not doing
7
well.
years I was losing.
But there must be
money
must be something inside you more than money that fuels you to push through these 7 years. And that is really I will still think that it boils down to sheer passion and, determination as well, because with passion, it comes like all the good traits like determination, resilience, and hard work.
Just now, that's what I said about the laser focus, because I wasn't focused. I was really, like I said, I'm a dreamer. So if my parents say not possible, I'm like that. Like, no lah, not possible. I will be like, okay lor, not possible. Not because of I'm like I want to make myself like that kind of because I grew up in, that's why I keep on talking about the past. Not that I'm living in the past, but because I have to make myself understand why am I behaving like that. Some people like, hey, so easy leh, this thing, why you make it so difficult? No, because imagine the environment that I grew up with. It's like, money is not easy, it's not easy. And for you to break free is what? You make sense like, hey, you know what? I want that. So I'm going to just focus on that. Whoever is going to tell me like it's not possible, even if it's my parents, even if it's my loved ones, even if it's myself who's going to tell myself that it's not possible, I will ensure that it's possible. So but of course I will do it like, I didn't expect it to be 6 months. I thought it's going to be like probably a year or two, and then after counting all whatever I need and all that. But the moment when I get the energy and then the passion, yes, I totally agree with you. The passion that drives me the first 7 years when there's no money, but I still do it anyway, right? So when I started to realize that, hey, I have whatever that I'm sharing now, whatever I'm doing now, I believe in it. So what should stop me from talking about it more, right? So the moment I realize that the passion is the one that is driving me, then I must make sure I can see the money. Because money then, some people say they are okay to do without any money.
Do you believe that, right? Sometimes when you are like struggling until in the point, until you are so down and deep, right? There's no way but to just climb up. Do you agree?
I do agree on that, but that is when I have a lot of overheads to already take care of. Yeah, because I also came to a point where it was escalation was 1. To hit my first million was 1. But then it comes with the other type of challenges that I wasn't really ready for. So in terms of leadership skills. So to make your money is, I can say it's easy, but it's not about sustainable at all. It's about, then I realized that, hey, we need a team. So now handling a team, like me, like I used to be all alone, like, okay, I can do it. Then suddenly I have a team of people with different type of mindset, different type. And are they passionate to even work for me, in that first place? That kind of...
I understand. Because I also have to lead a team at Hock Siong. We have various teams. We have sales teams, ops teams, and the carpentry team. Everyone are different, have different character. So, and across a very age group from 20 plus to 60 plus. So,
oh my gosh, the age group. Okay.
So I think yes, I do understand how it is like to manage people. It's not easy. But then something that I find that it is important to have a character of our own, and then your vibe, right, will attract your tribe. This saying I strongly believe. We used to have a few team members. They are very highly capable, but then because of some attitude, some very character difference, they do give us some problems, here and there.
Yeah.
So sometimes is that we really cannot work together, lor. There's nothing wrong with them. There's also nothing wrong with me.
At that point, your passion was tested, not? Like, do you feel like, because of this, now I feel like, am I passionate about this?
Yes, that is also why, right, we are lucky, I am lucky to have my sisters with me. So we have like a sort of sounding board. Am I overthinking about this? Sorry. Am I overthinking about this issue? Am I like, is this person really the right fit for us? So this is where, the decision wasn't made in impulse. Like we have people across the board to listen to really a wide range of their thinking and their thoughts about it. So we eventually decide that some of the team members wasn't the right fit for the company, and we have to let them go.
So it's like but it didn't make you. But okay, the support was. I can hear that the support is important, right?
Yes.
Because when you go through this kind of thing, it can also disrupt your passion, because you start to feel like, what's the purpose of handling all these people?
Disrupt my passion. To me, I'm lucky to have my father. He's an optimist. So he's an optimist. He's positive thinking. And because he's an optimist, right? I'm very risk averse. I'm very like anxious, I mean, is this going to work? I'm so that sort of person actually. He is an optimist, and sometimes he will really remind me to think about the bright side of things and to think about the good in people. Wow. I think that is very important. And of course, I'm a Buddhist, so with all the Buddhist teachings and all that, right? I also try to learn to see the good in people and the good in everything. And that sort of really changed the mindset. Like very quickly from negative mindset, we will change to a positive mindset. It's all in the mind only.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that really, I would say eventually with time, that really changed how things work. And also I have a friend who said this thing that really stuck in my mind. He say, she is a she. She say, whatever that happens, right, is to prepare us for something greater.
Wow.
And till now, right, I also stuck to this belief, lor. And when I have the chance, when I see someone who is like not in a good time, not good shape, right, I remind them this. We never know, but sometimes all these like little things that can make an impact on someone's life.
Yeah, so the people that we the support lah.
Yes, we have. And also I think it's also important to like make good connections. Like today now, I feel I'm making a good connection with you. It's nice to know about, a budding entrepreneur. I always think entrepreneurs, they are not easy because we are like a different kind of innovator, right? There must be some problem that people are facing that we solve. That's why the business can flourish. Yeah, so every entrepreneur is an innovator to the society.
Aww. Yeah, I think we need to surround ourselves with like-minded people so that it will remind our passion again, and then not just like every time now it's just to pay whatever that we need to pay, the overheads and all that. And then to the point that I feel like we are losing the passion. For me, I've like, sometimes I can question my passion again just because of I need to think about the the overheads and then of course like I also for someone who is new to becoming a boss, right? We struggle with that role then, which I think whoever works for a startup or works for a company that escalates like really very fast, right? It may look like, wow, it's a good space to be in lah, but the people who are going to support this me or the company, right, has to also be aware that everything is very new. It's going to be messy because when we make the sales, does not mean like everything all has system in place. Everything has to be very proper. Then from certain issues that we face, then we know, oh, actually we need this kind of candidate. We need this kind. That's the reason now I understand. Because last time when I was working, right, as an employee, right, I always feel like my boss very like, why are you relax lah? Why you micromanage? But then I realize that, oh, there's a reason why. Because responsibility is huge on their.
It's not just about you only.
Yeah, anything they have to be accountable for it, right? Then I realized that, oh, there's another self-discovery about myself. So now I'm over the. Okay, life is hard. No, I'm like already over. And then suddenly like, wow, I start to be using my money. Like, I start to give away people money,
So what makes you want to give your money away?
Because I know how it feels like not to have money, right? Or for people to easily give me money, right? Then I start to do that to my employees, to people who ever come to me and say they need money. I will be like, okay, Ken, how much do you need? To the point that I feel like, I'm living my life now because when I read through all the entrepreneurs who always talk about giving, charity and all this is going to help them boost their business also, right? Then, but I just take it like that, I didn't see like, I'm really like unicorns and rainbows, like, okay, just freely give away my money to the point that when people hurt me, when people start to leave me, I start to use like, why I give you money? Like, last time very difficult for me to get money. But now I give you money also, you leave me. So is there something wrong with...
So do you question your expectations?
That's where it get entangled with actually, like, I really am passionate about this. Why are you not as passionate? So I start to question people of their passion. Then when people start to say they want to go home on time, work-life balance, and I'm like, why aren't you passionate with me? It's supposed to be like, it's my passion, right? So I cannot expect people to be passionate just like me and see the bigger vision. Because if everyone is like me, then I think I wouldn't have a job already lah. I don't know. I'm thinking it in a more of like in a positive note. Because at that point of time, I'm like, why you all never think like me? Like, you should be helping more women with our clothes, right? Like, why? But they'll be like, I have to go already. It's already what time? Like, and then suddenly I feel like exploited, working more than how many hours for me. But to me, like, but I'm not done. My work is not done. There's so much to do, From that question, like, why are they not passionate as me, right? To the point, I got it all confused. Like, people who work for me should think like me.
Oh, okay.
So do you have that kind of a...
I am very different.
Different, huh?
I am the boss, right? But when when the clock turns to 5:20, which is our official closing time, I'll say, let's go home.
Okay.
Because I find that a job is a job. Life is more than a job.
Right.
Life, there is like our relationship with people, our relationship with our family, friends, our hobbies. Of course, job is like money, your money generating, income generating. That is important to fuel all these passions. Like maybe your hobby is like piano. You can take a piano lesson to really de-stress and all that. So, so I see Hock Siong, yes, as a passion, but I also see also as a job. It is a job, but it is not my everything. It is a big part, but it doesn't form me. So I don't let it define me. In fact, I define Hock Siong.
Wow.
To me, Hock Siong is a character that we want, the brand to be welcoming, to be accessible to people. It has a life by itself. And I also have a life by myself.
Oh, thank you for the reminder though.
Yeah, so I feel this is me lah. This is in general my family, my father also. Like when the clock, my sisters also, like the clock turns 5:20, right? It's time to go home. My parents, because nowadays we have all grown up, right? They will go and hang out, at the Woodley Mall, have a cup of coffee, go NTUC. Then my sisters will go to their gym. I will maybe go home, I'll go yoga, I'll go Buddhism class, go meditation class. Yeah, so we have all our life besides work. We used to have a life only at Hock Siong. Like everything, when we are growing the business, everything is about Hock Siong, right? But we are lucky that the business took off. With some struggles, of course. And now we can have a life, lor.
What I'm hearing, right, is like, I think I'm at the phase of like where you said that everything revolves along Hock Siong, right? So now it's like everything and everyone involved in Kaifia has to be all about Kaifia. So anything that we do that is not related to Kaifia is like we are being selfish. So I think I'm at that phase, because I feel that I'm scared of losing it, right? So, but of course, is there any advice that you can give someone like me who is like probably at that stage where you were, just now you mentioned about everything's about Hock Siong, and how do you manage your team to ensure that they are all aligned and then to meet the goal so that I too can have that, I can start living my life?
To be honest, right, when I say I have a life, right, that is true also. But it's also not true in the sense that I work 6 days a week. On Sundays, my off days. But the store is still running. When they have problems, they will still come to me. Okay. So how to overcome this is having that awareness. That really, the awareness to be clear that this is a job, this is my livelihood, but I have another separate personal life. And I think also letting go of the fear. I think we have to recognize this fear in us first, and then we can start to let go. Because without recognizing that actually we are fearful to, to changes. Like if there's a good change, meaning that if there's a business, it is something good. But what if there's a bad change, like business not doing well? Like nowadays the market is a bit slow. There is also this fear in us, market not doing well, what should we do? Like we kanchiong, we panic.
Correct.
So I think we also have to recognize that, with good times, it comes bad times. This is why we have to get prepared. So I recognize this fear in me. And what I do now, right, is that I try to make positive connections whenever I can. So that I know that one day, if something bad happens, right, I have this, positive connection. How should I put it? Let me think. So I believe in making positive connection to whomever I meet. Like in business, right, it is not always every day is rosy.
Yep.
But then we can always choose to make positive connections with people. Like even you, we never know that one day, right, how the connection will turn out to be. So this is what I always try to do, recognizing fear, making positive connections.
So whoever is in your organization, you practice that towards them so that they will feel like aligned.
Yes, and also I always tell my colleagues this. I will tell them, I trust them. Because if I don't trust you, why would I hire you to work with me?
True.
And I always see like in an organization, we are always a circle. We are never a hierarchy, a pyramid. Because if they are not the one, who am I? I mean, I will not be a boss without them. Right? I think boss is just, the leader is just a label.
Yeah.
Like, there must be someone who is doing the groundwork. This is why, right, I used to be like, want to, take control of everything. But then I realized that it doesn't make sense if you want to grow your business. You have to let go. Let go and let them do their things. Of course, you have to, you have to monitor. But then also have that free space for them to really thrive. This is eventually what I want my colleagues to be a better version of them after joining Hock Siong. So we had a staff from Malaysia. He used to be a welder. He doesn't know English very well. But after coming to Hock Siong, right, he gave himself the opportunity. I gave him the opportunity. But most importantly, he also gave himself the opportunity that he wants to change. So he break free his mental barriers of I'm only a welder, I cannot do this. And he became a salesperson. And now, right, he is he's okay in English. He can serve those, Caucasian customers that we have. Not the most fluent, but, it can work. And he managed to earn a good living and, to really enhance the life of his family. And that is what that really interests me and sparks me to go further. Like, what can we do for the bigger environment?
Nice. Yeah. We had a very good conversation and all that, right? So I'm so thankful.
Likewise.
I am so honored. I feel like you already gave me a few things that I need to start working on myself so that the future of Kaifia is going to be much more positive and all that lah. So that they would like to for them to take away and that this is going to be the cause of people to be like, oh yeah, why I never do that.
I think one message that really helped me to push through all the difficulties, right, is to think beyond myself. So, yes, money, sometimes it can be very stressful during that phase to earn money, right? And we have self-doubt. So when we think about our parents, our family, our loved ones, and what good we can do for them, right? That is the fuel to both passion and eventually the byproduct is money. Yeah. So I think thinking beyond myself is one of the key message that or key values that brought me through hard times.
Amazing.
So Kat, what do you want to leave the audience with when it comes to money and passion?
For me, it's like definitely I will focus on ensuring that whatever that we do, we have to find joy in it, and that so that it will not be something that we will feel that we are forced, and that to enjoy the process and trust it, and then eventually the money will come, and then when the money comes, you better be prepared. What are you going to do with it? Because there's going to be another challenge.
Yes, that's true. So thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Clean Your Toilet podcast. So your transformation starts with inner work. Take the first step today.
Yes.